Morning, friends. Good morning. Anyway, why ain't anyone messaging me recently? What's up with you all? Depressed? Me too. Driving me crazy indoors. Don't even feel like walking down the town no more. It's awful down there. What on earth has happened? I mean, who are these people? I ask myself. They can't all be working in the hospital, you know. So where have they got them working? So they're replacing all of us with these people in Marks and Spencers and Amazon and etc. etc. Clearly, as you can all see, since we voted for Brexit, the powers that be have very, very clearly flooded the country with what they're you know. So the people they're bringing into the country are voters, so voters that will vote against sort of any sensible policy that British people might make in a British interest. So what's happened is very clearly a planned takeover, using people from different countries to take over our country through sort of democratic means. But that's not democratic because none of us had voted for that, and none of us will ever vote to see our country turned into the third world. So because we haven't voted for our country to be turned into the third world, very, very, very clearly, I'm going to say to you, this year, unfortunately, shit is going to hit the fan. So what is shit going to hit the fan? Does it mean? Well, you know, it can mean a number of things. So, i.e., I mean, I'd say to you that to start with, there's going to be the economic trouble, okay? That will probably that's already happening. The economic problems are already going on. Trump's in 10 days. He's unstoppable. Anything Trump wants to do. So anything that Trump says is going to happen. He's got ultimate power in the Senate and the Congress. So that means that, yeah, whatever the man wants. Man wants to invade China, invade England, take over anywhere. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. Which, okay, yeah, life goes on. The real problem is that, you know, I speak to a lot of people, you know, because I like talking to people, yeah, because I'm stuck indoors and there's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go, you know, they closed all the pubs and there's nowhere to socialise. Netflix is, you know, I've had enough of that. You know, I'm fed up with being a slave, you know, and I always have been. So, yeah, you know, yeah, have I got myself into debt because I like going on the airplane? Yeah, yeah. The credit cards are finished, you know. You know, why does my brain not function properly? It's because life just ain't real, is it? Life is like, I don't know. But this just, I mean, from what I dealt with, you know, I mean, you know, the councils, the police, the MP, no one, not a single soul is accountable. So it's like living in like some sort of Gestapo Nazi fascist regime, you know, because like when you've got no democracy and people's doing stuff to normal people, you know, like government agents, right? So the government agents can get away with doing crap to people, like, you know, like undemocratic, you know, like beyond the rule of law, beyond the rule of the common law of, you know, the laws of England, you know, like almost 1,000 years of rules and laws are vanishing right before our eyes. You definitely can't blame people. I can't blame people just because, like, you know, they're brown or like they speak a different language. I mean, they're just going to do what they want to go and do. But I mean, the thing is what is going to happen? I mean, what is going to happen? You know, robots are about to come on the scene. The artificial intelligence is just going to like be groundbreaking. People's working from home. No one goes to the office or the shop or anything no more. Like it's like your 15-minute city, you know, like everything's 15 minutes from where you want it to be or need it to be. Yeah. So people just gonna be like, what, sitting at home doing nothing because there's no jobs. So like, this is my point. So when it comes to having no jobs, then what's going to happen with all the poor people? Yeah. And then all the other people, like the English people. I mean, because there's a hell of a lot of poor migrants that have come over, you know, and this, that, and the other. I mean, people, I would expect that people are going to get up off their asses, and most probably there's going to be a lot of trouble. Look, I was in the police station, you know, and I was saying to the policeman, you know, like, I said, listen, what the police woman walking about with earrings on and makeup and nails and all that? I said, shit's about to hit the fan, you know? It's tough. Listen, we're going to have like the worst trouble like in this country than you can possibly imagine. He went, yeah, I know. These are going to be hard times. That's from the policeman. Today I'm in the taxi with a Pakistani, been here 20 years. He wants to go home. I'm hearing these people saying they're going to go home, right? So if you get the exodus, right? Right? This is when they'll just open the borders and let anyone in, right? Because they need money, power. They can't let the economy fall, you know? They'll let anyone in just to create growth. Well, anyone is clearly, letting anyone in is definitely causing a lot of fucking issues for everybody. You can't let in unintelligent people just to drive a taxi or be a security guard or work in Morrison's or Tesco's or wherever else. You can't. How can you do that? We are not Dubai, you know, right? You know, we're a simple people, right? Who can make anything happen, you know. Anything is possible in England, but not with uneducated, you know, people who turned up illegally. You can't get rid of them and stuff like that. I mean, that is just causing us. That's going to cause us into almost a civil war. I don't understand why a government would do that to us. Oh, for the love of God, you know. Really. Well, I mean, what am I going to do? I've decided that I'm not going to be able to get any job in England, you know. So I spent my time learning 3D printing. I'm going to go and use that somewhere else where it's more beneficial, and I'm not going to do it in England, you know. Hopefully my mental health gets better. My brain no longer works or functions in Dartford in that apartment flat. 100%. It's impossible to move. They put boundaries against me. I've asked to move so many times, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, have I got a problem in the flat? Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Did my nan and granddad and everyone else pay taxes to get us all supported? Yeah, I mean, should people support me and sell their house and go and buy me a caravan or a camper van to live in? And no, you know, I need to do it all myself. You know, I've got to work with what I've got. I'm going to Africa. I really am. I'm not living in England. I can't. My health, my head is, I can't deal with it. I can't. I'm sorry. It's just, I sit there and I look at the town and I'm like, what my granddad would be thinking, you know? Really. And I mean, there's nothing there. Everything's closing. You know, the politicians are a load of crap. Corruption everywhere. We can all see what's going to go and happen very shortly.